And welcome to John J. Moore Athletic Center as the NJCU Gothic Knights women's basketball team returns home here to try to bounce back after falling to Rutgers Camden here on NJCU GothicVision. Paul Teniselli is your producer and director. I'm play-by-play man John Kelly Jr. So here are the Wesleyan Cardinals, 8-6 overall, and here are the starting lineups. 9 returning players from last year's team. They're just missing second team NESCAC Maddie Bledsoe. So here are our starting lineups. We will put them right in your screen. So the top 2 scorers are Gorman and Tara Berger. Gorman at 14 points per game and Berger at 10.7 points per game as Ryan Tompkins and Bailey fill out the 5. This Wesleyan team lost to number 5 Amherst. They're the 2-time defending national champions and got off to a slow start in that one. After the first bucket, Amherst went on a 7-0 run, and it was basically over from there. They fell 62-44, and in their 27th year, they're coached by Kate Mullen. 426 overall wins. Now for your NJCU Gothic Knights, Pat Devaney's first season, 4-11. As it's Tyler Gaston. Bizhub will be back in the lineup. Your 2 top scorers, Marasia and Maisha Bacon at 24.5 points per game. And Maisha at 11 points per game. And Maya Neal fill out the 5. And, of course, Neal third in rebounds with 76. Good to see her back in the lineup. Has made an impact, as those are your starting lineups for the Gothic Knights. This is the first meeting between both of these squads. Only second time in school history that a school from the NESCAC has played NJCU. And this is the first time for the women's basketball team this season, as the Gothic Knights trying to get it back, as they've lost 2 of their last 3. They fell to Ramapo last week, then knocked off Pratt easily for a 110-point game, but a good out-of-conference test for them before they come home here to take on Kane and then go on the road to take on Rowan. This is NJCU GothicVision. John Kelly Jr., your play-by-play man. NJCU, of course, fell 79-60 to Rutgers Camden, and, of course, trailed 42-33 at halftime. But people forget, it's a rather close first quarter. It was a 5-point second quarter that kind of derailed this team's ways and stopped them. 3 players in double figures, and Teresa Ortiz, the young freshman from Irvington, 17 points, led all scorers alongside Marasia and Maisha Bacon at 14 points and 13 points for Marasia Bacon. She just stands 32 points away from getting 2,000, would be the 46th Division III player to ever score that, as the tip won by Wesleyan. Ryan scoops and cannot connect, as Maisha Bacon with the board. Gets across the timeline. Offensively, it's going to be the Bacon sisters. Marasia, leading scorer at 25.4 points per game, trying to build off a season-low 14 points. Driving, plants, out to Taylor Gaston, the leader in blocks. Driving, laying, at the bottom of the bucket, out of play. It will go over to Wesleyan. Of course, both teams trying to be better in the shooting department. Wesleyan just shot 22.8% from the field. Long toss. And the lay-in is good from Kaylee Ryan. Ryan, a darn good rebounder for this squad. 5.8 rebounds per game in her last 5. Third at 8.6 points per game scoring. And she opens it up here for the Cardinals. Now Marasia Bacon to Bizhub. Driving, scoops, and scores! Christine had 20 points in her last 2 as she put up a career high against Pratt a couple weeks ago, and then the ball is lost. Back comes NJCU trying to get their first lead. Marasia. Shot too strong, goes out of play, and will go over to the Cardinals. This team, 27th season for Kate Mullen, the 2002-2003 NESCAC Coach of the Year. Team that was 17-8 last year, trying to build on it with 9 returners. One of them's Berger, and she lays it home. So Wesleyan is led by 2, largest they have led by. And now Marasia Bacon will look to tie on this possession. to Taylor Gaston. Finds the cutter, Maisha Bacon, driving, fall away, air ball. And the board corralled by Berger, then threw that off of her own player. Bacon, I thought, had touched it, so NJCU forcing a turnover. Over 300 plus turnovers forced. And under new head coach Pat Devaney, that is what NJCU wants to do. Pressure the ball, and now they make the correction. So we'll go back over to Wesleyan. Trying to get the cross, and Berger able to walk away to Ryan. Out to Gorman, the team's leading scorer at 14 points per game traveled, and NJCU on this next possession will try to tie at 4. So Marasia Bacon will inbound. NJAC leader at 25.4 points per game. Had her the fifth triple-double, 2 triple-doubles for her, the 5th in school history against Pratt. Had another one against Drew. Helped close out the year. As Taylor Gaston off the mark, and a rebound by category. Goes down now for Berger. Her shot, short. Good follow by Ryan to Gorman. She's short on the J. NJCU trying to die on this possession. Maisha Bacon driving, fall away. Air ball, she was trying to put it home on China Bailey. Goes out of play. And it will go back to Wesleyan. China Bailey coming into this one, over 120 career assists. She provides veteran leadership all 25 games she played in last year, joining Ryan, Berger, Gorman, and Ava Tompkins, the Alaska native, in the 5 for Wesleyan. Tompkins short on the 3. Nice rebound by Taylor Gaston, the Jersey City freshman. Outlets for Neal. Reverses. Stuffed going up. Cardinals outlet. Ryan pulls up and connects, as we're going to see the first here from Teresa Ortiz. 17 points, led all scorers last game, and they're going to need that jump as Wesleyan up by 4, largest they have led by. Cardinals trying to go to 9-6 overall. 4-2 on the road as Marasia Bacon's shot is off the mark. It looked like she touched it trying to go for the offensive board. Bailey contesting her. And it will actually stay with NJCU. So Neal comes off. Teresa Ortiz, Marasia Bacon, Christine Bizhub, Maisha Bacon, and Marasia Bacon in the 5 as Teresa Ortiz gets NJCU within 1. Off a 17-point game last game. Berger to Ryan, driving on Taylor Gaston. Stopped at the block, out to Tompkins. The Bailey comes on in. Out for Gorman for 3. Got it! Wesleyan by 3. Olivia Gorman came in team leader with 21 threes made, 839 career points during her time at Wesleyan. One of those key returning players alongside Tara Berger. Last year's leader in blocks and also led the NESCAC in blocks. Marasia Bacon to Teresa Ortiz. The youngster not playing like her age. Unbelievable. Now drives. Got stuffed going up. It will stay with NJCU. And there'll be 2 to shoot on the shot clock. NJCU with just 2 to shoot on the shot clock. They got to get something off quick. Ortiz a good option. 1 to shoot. Teresa fires and stuffed. And it'll be a shot clock violation. So we'll go over to the Cardinals. So Wesleyan trying to extend their lead past 4. It's been their largest lead. Tompkins to Berger, second in scoring at 10.7 points per game. To Gorman, and the leading scorer could not come through. Teresa Ortiz into the front court for NJCU. Over to Marasia Bacon. Trying to get her scoring going. Drives on Bailey. Throws it out. Bizhub for 3. Can't get the bank to go. And Bailey getting the board. China challenged by Marasia. And Marasia Bacon gets the game's first foul with 5:10 to go. Bacon just shot 5 for 13 in the last game. And Bailey now will inbound. Also with 321 plus career rebounds, played 32 minutes against Amherst. As Tompkins, Kaylee Ryan, Berger, Gorman in the 5 for the Wesleyan Cardinals. Winners of 2 of 3 coming into this one. Now Marasia Bacon going to the goal. Shot off the glass, then stripped by Maisha Bacon. And how about that for some points off of turnovers? That was what was needed. NJCU within a possession as Marina Petruzzi to step in, and that one thrown away by Wesleyan. So NJCU can tie or go ahead for the first time as Petruzzi will come in for Tompkins, the Clarendon, PA product. Second with 9 threes made, tied second. Gorman, Ryan, Berger, China Bailey in the 5 for the Wesleyan Cardinals. Marasia Bacon stopped, trying to go to Taylor Gaston, gets it to her. The 1,000-point score at St. Anthony's to Maisha Bacon. 8 to shoot for Maisha, pulls up. Air ball on that, Jay, and it will go over to Wesleyan. So NJCU shooting 3 of 13, Wesleyan 40% at 4 of 10. Now Berger breaks the pressure to Gorman. Nice stop by Taylor Gaston. Gorman short on the J. Great defense by Taylor Gaston as Zaira got back in time but couldn't handle going for that board. So Maya Neal will come back in third with 76 rebounds, and Maisha Bacon will step off. Marasia Bacon, Zaira, Taylor Gaston, Christine Bizhub, Teresa Ortiz in the 5. Ryan, good from 3. So Wesleyan up by 5, largest they have led by. 4 was their previous ledger. Now Marasia Bacon trying to get on the scoreboard. Drives on Bailey. Lay-in cannot go. And Marasia to the free throw line. That's what NJCU wants to do. So she will go to it. Just an assist here this evening. As Marasia Bacon, top 5 in Division III in scoring average at 25.4 points per game. And she connects on the first of 2 free throws. Has led scorers in 13 of 15 games this year. 15 double-figure games for her. 82 in 83 games for her career. And she has 12 20-point performances. Came in 32 points away from 2,000 points. Would be the 46th player in D3 to do that. Wesleyan up by 3. Bailey to Berger. Outlets, and 3 seconds is the call. So a great chance here for NJCU to tie with the 3 at 12 or get it down to 1 as China Bailey will step off. Petruzzi, Kaylee Ryan, Ava Tompkins, Tara Berger, and Olivia Gorman in the 5 for the Wesleyan Cardinals. Trying to get their 9th win of the year. First meeting between both of these squads. Proved their win total by 10 last year after a 7-16 season 2 years ago. Bizhub driving, her hook shot way off. Easy board for Berger. Trying to look up ahead, puts it behind her back. Check that, Tompkins to Berger, back to Ava Tompkins. Third with 8 blocks. Petruzzi to Ryan, pulls up. Cannot connect from the baseline. Berger with a nice board and puts it home. So Tara Berger. First 2 for her this evening with 3 rebounds already. Berger had 6 against Amherst in 32 minutes played. Defense, the chant from Wesleyan's sideline. Up by 5, Wesleyan. Largest they have led by. Teresa Ortiz for 3. That one off the mark. Battle for the offensive board. Knocked around. Maya Neal battling with Berger. And we'll see who they gave the foul to. It's going to be Wesleyan. So they're second. So Maya Neal will have an inbound opportunity. Taylor Gaston going to step off. Maisha Bacon to step in second with 3 double-doubles. Her sister Marasia Bacon, Christine Bizhub, and Teresa Ortiz join Maya Neal in this 5. Neal driving. Out to Maisha Bacon. The size for Wesleyan, something NJCU trying to counter as Ramapo gave him trouble. Nice block. Now Petruzzi. Ball stopped, short on the J, knocked around. Berger can't get the board. Ortiz grabs it. Teresa. One-on-one with Petruzzi. Drop step, laying off the mark, gets it back, and draws contact. So Teresa Ortiz to the free throw line with a chance to cut down this 5-point deficit. NJCU shooting as a team 61.1%. Last game, shot 64.7, as we'll see the first action from Jasenia Montalvo. Second on this team with 14 threes made. Had 12 last game against Ramapo a couple games ago. Last game didn't get in that category. And a timeout here by head coach Devaney with 1:54 to go. So we will step aside. You're watching women's basketball at NJCU GothicVision. So out of the timeout of NJCU. Trying to cut down this 5-point deficit. Paul Tanaselli, your producer and director. Is that an air ball lay-in by Maisha Bacon? And did Tompkins knock it out? No. It will go over to Wesleyan. Ava Tompkins been playing outstanding. 6 assists in her last 2. Had 3 straight games with a block. 8 games with 3+ assists and has 2 or more in 10 of 14 games. And she sets up for Wesleyan in the front court. Petruzzi, too strong on that J. Marasia Bacon with the defensive board. Now translating into offense, trying to do it. Drives on Ryan. Fall away. Cannot go. And a big rebound by Katie O'Connor. Outlets to Gorman. Cannot handle. And it will go back over to NJCU. So 6th turnover for Wesleyan, just 1 for NJCU, 1:18 to go. Marasia Bacon, NJAC Player of the Week 2 times in the last 4 weeks. First player to do it twice in one season since Ebony Cunningham. Here's Teresa Ortiz, and she draws a jump ball as the freshman from Irvington starting to make her impact. It will stay with NJCU. 1:05 to go here in quarter number 1. Montalvo out to Bacon. Biz Hub, Marasia Bacon, Teresa Ortiz in the 5. 1 minute to go as Montalvo with it. Last year's leading scorer, 10.3 points per game. Drives, backs down, 4 to shoot. Fadeaway got rejected. I think that was Tompkins. Make that 4 straight with a block. Is 48 seconds to go. Petruzzi connects as the lead to 8 for Wesleyan, large as it has been. So NJCU didn't get back as you have a 13-second shot clock, the game clock advantage. 33 to go on the game clock. First quarter, 18 to go on the shot clock. Bacon trying to set things up. Driving, goes up, cannot connect. Knocked around. Montalvo with it. Fresh 30-second shot clock. It's turned off, and a shot fired too quickly. Wesleyan trying to hold for the final shot. Petruzzi has space, unloads. Air ball on the 3. And traveling called against Wesleyan. So that will be the Cardinals' 6th turnover. 9.6 seconds to go. First quarter, and now NJCU trying to eat at this 8-point deficit, largest one they have faced. First meeting between both of these squads. The second time that a NESCAC team is matched up against NJCU. As Bacon, 7 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. She's the one you want to have the basketball. 2 seconds to go. Maisha, 1, fires at the horn. Got it off the glass. Great way to finish the first 10. And NJCU cuts down the 8-point deficit to 6 here on NJCU GothicVision. We'll be back with the next 10 minutes. You're watching women's basketball on NJCU GothicVision. Back here on the NJCU GothicVision as NJCU was down by 8, largest deficit they had faced, but Maisha Bacon, let's go look at this replay as she's able to hit it late in the first quarter using the good old bank shot and knocks it down right there, right in front of Kaylee Ryan. And great job to create space, knock that down, and important for NJCU because they just shot 4 for 25 in that first quarter. They allowed 3 threes. Got to tighten up on the perimeter as quarter 2 starts. O'Connor, Ryan, Maddie Clark getting her first action. China Bailey, turnover, Wesleyan their 8th. Christine Bizhub, Marasia Bacon, Jasenia Montalvo, Teresa Ortiz, who led all scorers with 17 in that loss. The Rutgers Camden on Saturday, and Maisha Bacon in the 5 for NJCU. Here's Montalvo. Out to Marasia Bacon. To Montalvo. Jasenia driving, fadeaway, short. Gets her own board, then lost control. Now the thing is corralled. 30-second shot clock reset. Maisha Bacon driving, her scoop cannot go. First foul here by Wesleyan as Tara Berger will check in after the first of 2 free throws. NJCU was a perfect 2 for 2 as Maisha Bacon to tee it up. Had 13 last game and cannot make the first of 2 free throws. Second with 26 assists and 44 steals. Of course, got a career high 9 against Pratt last week. Team leader with 126 rebounds, trying to go 1 for 2 at the free throw line. So Jasenia Montalvo steps off. Teresa Ortiz, Christine Bizhub, Marasia Bacon, and Zaira Taylor-Gaston in the 5 for NJCU. So Bacon goes 1 for 2. Berger to Gorman. Clark. As Emma Roush on the floor with Bailey. And that 3 cannot go. And over the back call on China Bailey. So that'll be the second Wesleyan foul. And second foul here for China Bailey. Of course, Bailey, leader with 40 assists coming in, the senior from Brooklyn, New York. Marasia Bacon across the timeline, sets up. Christine Bizhub driving. Christine laying, cannot go. As Gorman with the board. Olivia trying to translate it across the Bailey. Goes down. Her hook shot too strong. Gets back the board. Kicks out for Berger. Backing down. Fade away. That's good. So Tara Berger, physical inside. She now has 6 this evening as Marasia Bacon shot off the mark, and she'll go back to the free throw line. With 8:20 to go, Wesleyan leading by 7. Largest lead that they had was 8. And of course, a Maisha Bacon 2 at the horn got it down to 6. And Marasia Bacon knocking down the first of 2. 15 double-figure games in all 15 this year. Leads the team in that category. No stranger to being Thompson, leading the NCAA in scoring, top 5 with a 25.4 point per game average. As Maisha goes 2 for 2 at the line, led the country as a freshman at 24.7. The senior transfer been outstanding this year as Bailey, too strong on the deep 3. Bizhub the defensive board. As NJCU trying to cut this down further. Teresa Ortiz, the freshman driving, fouled going up. And Ortiz back to the charity stripe. And that might be the 3rd on China Bailey. We will see. Yes, says referees giving that call against her. So Ortiz at the free throw line. And Teresa already in 2 games averaging 13.5 points per game. That's 2nd in average. Maisha Bacon checks off. Marasia Bacon. Maya Neal, Christine Bizhub. Ortiz, who goes 2 for 2 at the line. Zaira Taylor-Gaston in the 5. So NJCU within 3. Quick push. As Roush short on that 3, offensive board by Kaylee Ryan to Gorman. She's short on a second 3, easy board and put down by Berger. 8 points for Tara. She led all scorers with 11 the last game. NJCU was out-rebounded. 41-33, outscored in the paint, 38-16. The size of Wesleyan going to give them a challenge as Neal lays that home, but traveled. And a chance here for Wesleyan to extend their 5-point lead up further. Cardinals come in. They were out rebounded 49-37 last game, so doing much better in that rebounding category. As a +6 margin, out rebounding NJCU 22-16. Floater by Clark, too strong, knocked around, and offensive foul called against Wesleyan. So they're already up there now. 2nd foul to Tara Berger. So smart by NJCU, trying to get her out of that. 5 fouls. So NJCU, again, with plenty in their category, because the truth is they can get another foul called, get to the free throw line. Plenty of opportunities even to maybe take the lead now. Where the foul mark is, 2nd to Berger, her team's 5th. Taylor-Gaston trying to go all the way, lost control. It looked like Rouse had touched that last. So Rouse, referee, doesn't see that, as Katie O'Connor going to come in, who had 4 points and 4 rebounds. For Wesleyan, team leader, field goal percentage at 50.8. Gorman, Kaylee Ryan, Roush, Clark fill out the 5 for the Wesleyan Cardinals. Winners of 2 of their last 3. Gorman with space and connects. Wesleyan by 7. Gorman with 5 in this one. Team leader at 14 per game. Marasia Bacon, can she respond? Yes, ma'am. NJCU within 5. As Bacon with 6 this evening, Clark. Roush goes to Gorman, trying the baseline, scoops and scores. So Gorman with 7. As Berger leads all scorers with 8. Marasia Bacon out to Taylor-Gaston, driving, fall away hook shot, off the mark, Gorman the board. Now a long toss and cannot be gotten to by Kaylee Ryan. So another turnover for Wesleyan. And their ninth of the first half with 5:32 to go. Montalvo, Marasia Bacon, Maisha Bacon, Teresa Ortiz in the 5. Kaylee Ryan, Katie O'Connor, Olivia Gorman with 7 in this one. As Tara Berger with 2 fouls, so dangerous in foul trouble. China Bailey with 3 for Wesleyan. Maddie Clark, the final 5th for Wesleyan. Maisha Bacon fouled going up. Nice aim on Gorman. And that'll be the 6th Wesleyan foul. None for NJCU in this second quarter. First foul of Gorman and Maisha Bacon to the free throw line. Coming off back-to-back double-figure games. And she goes 1 for 1 at the line. Second with 7 double-figure games. Both her and her sister, Marasia Bacon, 5 double-digit rebound games. 8 double-doubles combined between both of them coming into this one. As Bacon goes 2 for 2. And NJCU within 5. 8 was the largest they trailed by 6 after the first quarter, 17-11. Just 17 total points in this second quarter as Gorman almost threw that away. O'Connor out to Gorman. Olivia driving, fade away. That rims out. Knocked away from O'Connor by Maisha Bacon. And that should be a fresh 30-second shot clock for Wesleyan, and it will. Tompkins comes in. She's dishing it. 6 assists in the last 2 games for her. Ava out to Roush. Ryan connects with Gorman. Olivia, Ryan down to O'Connor, spins and put it under the backboard. So couldn't get that one up as Maisha Bacon puts on the accelerator to Marasia Bacon for 3. That one off the back iron. Nice job by Montalvo to get the offensive board. Fresh 30-second shot clock. Ortiz for 3. That's good. And they're going to say that they're going to be a shot clock violation. So timeout by head coach Kate Mullen. And Wesley will talk it over, up by 5. Paul Tanaselli, your producer and director, on play-by-play man John Kelly Jr. As NJCU at a conference, they will have Kane Wednesday, a doubleheader. As the men were able to win, women tough loss to Rutgers Camden. As all 4 of their wins here at home, I'm joined alongside Paul Tanaselli in the graphic to your right. As the score reading right now, 25-20 in favor of Wesleyan. As head coach Kate Mullen talks things over, 27th year for her at Wesleyan, 12 winning seasons, guided them to 13 NESCAC tourney appearances in 17 seasons. And this team put up at best 840 win percentage when they went 21-4. Of course, had their winningest season and Sweet 16 appearance in 04-05 at 22-5. The win tonight, they'll be 4 away from those marks. Mentioning that because this is a squad with 9 returners that this year hopes to make a dent in that NESCAC. As Gorman too strong on that float. Here's Teresa Ortiz. Quick, the freshman from Irvington, scoops and denied. As Ava Tompkins with their second block of this one. Quick push by Roush. As O'Connor got stuffed, 2 touched that last. It was NJCU. So Marina Petruzzi to come in from Clareton, PA. Third with 39 threes attempted coming in. Tompkins, O'Connor, Ryan who jays, and too strong on it. And Gorman fill out the 5 as Tara Berger, who's the leader in rebounds, coming in with 140 with 2 fouls, so off for Wesleyan as they pick up their 7th foul. BizHub to the line. Christine had been playing so darn good. Again, went 5 for 10 against Pratt from the line. 13 points, becoming her career high as she knocks down the first of 2. And BizHub continuing to just feel her stroke. 5.4 point per game average. And she will try to go perfect here at the line. As NJCU within 4. Now they're within 3. Great shooting here by NJCU. 11 for 12 from the free throw line, shooting 91%. It's a season best. O'Connor, no cutter with Gorman, and she gets an offensive foul. So now the 2 top scorers on Wesleyan in foul trouble with 2 fouls apiece. Tara Berger with 2, and now Olivia Gorman with 2. So BizHub outlets for Marasia Bacon. Marasia with 6 points in this one. To her sister Maisha Bacon. Thought about Ortiz, now drives herself, fall away. Cannot go, rebound by Tompkins. Ava with her 5th rebound. Averaging that over her last 5, 34 rebounds for her in her last 6. O'Connor drives on Bacon and scoops it home. So Wesleyan by 5 with 2:52 to go. As Pat Devaney calling out juice the play. Marasia Bacon space, head fakes, out to Neal, to Maisha Bacon. To Maya Neal. Jasenia Montalvo will check in after the next whistle. Here's Teresa Ortiz, 7 to shoot from the freshman. She's got to go with it. Marasia Bacon, 3 to shoot, fires from deep. Oh, connects! Oh my God! In the nick of time with desperation. As NJCU now down just by 2. Got it within a possession. Tompkins over to Petruzzi, drives the baseline, drew contact before the shot. So first NJCU foul. As Montalvo will come in for Maya Neal. And first foul to Teresa Ortiz. As Maya Neal going to come back in. So Montalvo, Neal, Bacon, BizHub, and Ortiz in the 5 for NJCU. Gorman, nothing down low, out to Ava Tompkins. To Gorman, to O'Connor, and she connects. Nice job, caught BizHub gambling, and she took advantage of it as Katie O'Connor now with 8 points in her last 2 games. Montalvo sets things up on the point. Jasenia trying to go to Marasia Bacon. She was knocked down by Ryan, so there'll be free throws upcoming. As Marasia Bacon, chance to cut down this 4-point deficit. It was as large as 8. Maisha Bacon, her sister, got it within 6. And Marasia knocks down the first of 2. Again, you have her stats in the screen. Leads the team in scoring average. That average top in the NJAC at 25.4 points per game. Top 5 in the country. It's amazing, 8.1 rebounds per game. Second on the team in that category. 2 100 rebounders on this squad. Maisha, her sister, leading in that category as O'Connor with a nice drive. And free throws coming up for Wesleyan with 1:35 to go here in quarter number 2. NJCU, a much better second quarter, outscoring Wesleyan 16-12. As O'Connor misses the first of 2. Katie, a darn good free throw shooter at 71.9%. So Taylor Gaston comes in, BizHub, Neal, Bacon with Ortiz in the 5 as O'Connor goes 1 for 2 at the line. Kaylee Ryan, Petruzzi, Ava Tompkins, and Gorman in the 5 for the Wesleyan Cardinals, winners of 2 of 3, trying to go to 4-2 on the road. It's a team that improved by 10 wins last year after being 7-16 a few seasons ago to 17 wins. And that one stolen by Petruzzi. Has Ryan, then knocked away from her by Marasia Bacon. It will stay with Wesleyan. And if they win here tonight, they're just 8 away from equaling last year's win total. So Maisha Bacon will come in for Maya Neal. As Marasia Bacon, Teresa Ortiz, Zaira Taylor Gaston, and BizHub in the 5 for NJCU. Tompkins out to Ryan, drives the baseline. to Tompkins. Cross for Gorman. She traveled. And not been the best first half here for Olivia Gorman. Her fourth turnover. And with 1:05 to go, NJCU can tie at 30 with a 3, get it within 1 with a 2. A minute to go, Maisha Bacon in the front court. 57 seconds to go. Sister Berasia Bacon denied. Out to Ortiz. 48 seconds to go. NJCU has to go. Teresa Ortiz drives. Out to Taylor Gaston. 6 to shoot. Her lay-in way off. And the rebound by O'Connor. Then Ortiz steals, but actually a travel. A 4 by Gorman. So now 6-second shot clock, the game clock difference. And in the second quarter, it will go back to NJCU. They've forced 12 turnovers here in this first half. 34 seconds to go. Aisha Bacon with a 3 can tie this at 30. A 2 makes this a 1-point game. Wesleyan led by 6 after 1 quarter. Aisha Bacon, 11-point per game average off back-to-back double-figure games. Has 9 to shoot. Driving on Tompkins. It's her scoop. Cannot go. 10 seconds to go. As O'Connor gets that from Gorman. And she got it knocked away. Shot clock turned off. 4 seconds to go. 3 seconds to go. And a quick timeout by Coach Devady. So 1.9 seconds remaining. And NJCU trying to get a quick shot here to end out the first half on a good note. Paul Tadaselli, your producer and director on play-by-play man John Kelly Jr. First ever meeting between both of these squads. NJCU has all 4 of their wins at home. Try to go to 5-4 at home. Tough loss to Rutgers Camden. It was the second quarter that really hurt them in that one. They were right there with Rutgers Camden. And then just 5 points in the second quarter. Much better one this evening as they are outscoring Wesleyan 16-13 in the second quarter. Ortiz, Montalvo, Maisha and Berasia Bacon, Zaira Taylor Gaston, Christine Bizhub in the 5 for NJCU. 1.9 seconds to go. Got to get a quick shot off. Shot clock is turned off. Bacon denied the inbound, gets it, fires at the horn, and that's short. So a nice job in the second quarter as NJCU bounces back, and Wesleyan will go into halftime up 30-27 here on NJCU GothicVision. So the scoreboard will be coming up in your screen as you see it. We'll have our stats. After 2 10-minute periods, we're at the halfway point, and the Cardinals of Wesleyan by 3, 30-27 here on NJCU GothicVision. So about the start, the third quarter of play. John Kelly Jr. here alongside Paul Tanaselli, my producer and director. Look at the stats in your screen. NJCU, a product of great defense, just down by 3 despite shooting very putrid from the field. Wesleyan shot 36%. 11 for 12 they shot in that second quarter, NJCU, 92.9%, and gave up no threes, 29-22. Cardinals held the rebounding advantage. Maisha Bacon led all scorers with 10. The woman with it right there, leading all players with 6 rebounds, Teresa Ortiz. Marisha Bacon for 2, got it. Good start by NJCU. Maya Neal, Christine Bizhub in the 5. Tompkins, Bailey, Tara Berger, Olivia Gorman in the 5. As Berger too strong, joining Kaylee Ryan. Berger and Gorman with 2 fouls apiece. Bailey with 3. Marisha Bacon to Bizhub for 3. Good! And NJCU on a 5-0 run to begin quarter number 3. So it is their first lead of this matchup. They came back to beat Stockton 68-67. They trailed by 3 at half. Very similar storylines along those ways. As here's Tompkins driving on Neal, out to Bailey. Bailey to Ryan for 3, short. And nice offensive board by Gorman. Had 7 points and 4 rebounds in the first quarter. As Tompkins with it. Her season high was 12. As it goes down to Berger, can't handle now, does. Kicks out. 3 ball, good. And Wesleyan back in front. They didn't make 1 3 in that second quarter. It's their 4th made this evening. So Wesleyan back in front by 1. As NJCU can't come through, Neal able to knock it around. Marisha Bacon gets the offensive board. 8 points for her in the first half. That's just her 2nd rebound. Now Maya Neal. NJCU resets. Tompkins all over Marisha Bacon. She fires for 3. And good! Rainbows over! The Cardinal and NJCU back in front. 8 of the 11 points. 2.5 into the third quarter. Trying to get their 5th win of the season. All 4 wins at home. As 3 of the 4 against non-conference opponents. Tompkins could not knock down that 3 as that long reach of Berger couldn't get the offensive board. But it was knocked out by NJCU. It will stay with Wesleyan. Bailey stuffed going up by Neal. And her 2nd try, good. We are tied. So China Bailey coming into this one. 3 double-figure games for her. 2 assists and 13 of 14 for China. As Bacon almost shook Ryan. Bizhub, good from 3. As NJCU raining threes. Just knocked down 1 overall. In that first half, they now have 4 in this third quarter, 5 overall. As Ryan connects, that just 2. So Wesleyan had within 1, just 2. So Marisha Bacon the setup. 11 points for her, so now 16 double-figure games in 16 as Bizhub off the mark on the 3. Wesleyan can go back in front. Kaylee Ryan, fall away, count it, and the foul. And Ryan started that right off the rebound. And the New York product took it coast to coast. 3-point play upcoming. Wesleyan out rebounding NJCU 33-24. As Kaylee Ryan now with 11 points. So that's now 4 of her 7 double-figure games being put up on the road. She's 3rd with 7 double-figure games, 11. And a nice bounce back after Amherst held her with just 4 the previous game over her 8.6 per game average as a turnover by NJCU. Wesleyan trying to go back in front by 2 possessions. And that one thrown away. So NJCU had opened up with the first 11 total points of this one. 8 of the 11. Now it's just a 1-point lead as they try to rally back, get their 5th overall win. Just shooting 10 for 41. However, right within striking distance. And Ortiz puts them back in front. 5 threes made in this third quarter by NJCU as Teresa Ortiz with her 8th point. Berger on a fadeaway. That rims out. Knocked away from Ryan. Berger can't get the offensive board. Defensively goes to Marasia Bacon. Then she pushes off on Tompkins. No, they're going to give Tompkins the foul. You have to agree with her. She keeps whipping her left hand saying, I was pushed off of. So NJCU getting away with that one. First foul to Wesleyan and the 3rd to Tompkins. So now 2 Cardinals with 3 fouls. Bailey has one of them. And now, of course, Tompkins, Ryan, Gorman, Berger in the 5. And then a cheap foul by Maisha Bacon as Ryan able to force another turnover. Ryan's first steal of this one. Kaylee known for doing it assist-wise. She now has 11 points. And now they had checked that 12. So Kaylee Ryan leading all scorers and contributing on defense as China Bailey to Petruzzi. 3 double-figure games on the year for her. Out to Bailey for 3. Off the back iron. Scramble for the board. Picked up by NJCU. Marasia Bacon. Can she go all the way? No, but drew contact, and that's big because leading rebounder Tara Berger now picks up her 3rd foul. And that's her team's 2nd of this quarter. So Berger led all scorers with 11 last game. Leader with 5 double-doubles, 4 straight coming into this one. Actually coming to begin the season as Bacon knocks down the first of 2. Berger opened up with 4 straight double-doubles, double-digit rebound games to start this year. She leads with 5, has 3 fouls as Bacon for the Gothic Knights. Getting 2 free throws down. And NJCU back in front. Now Gorman trying to get going, the leading scorer. Cannot connect on the J. Nice rebound by Berger. Out again, Petruzzi short on the 3. Defensive board by Bacon. As Maisha gets it from Marasia. Spins, floater, off the back iron, battling with Berger. And the board corralled by Petruzzi. Marina across the timeline. To Gina Bailey. Gorman on the baseline. Tries the reverse. Counted in the foul. So Gorman with an opportunity to tie it up at 43. So Gorman now with 9 points. 11 double-figure games in her last 12. Make that 12 in her last 13. Her team leading 12th double-figure game as Gorman has 10 this evening. Ryan leading all scorers with 11. Both teams with 2 players in double figures. BizHub has 10. Marasia Bacon with 18 as her sister Maisha gets to 9. And we are back where it is as NJCU by 2. Petruzzi, who has 7 rebounds in her last 2 to China Bailey. Cross to Kaylee Ryan. Feeds a cutting Petruzzi. Can't lay it home. Gorman gets it. Didn't hit the rim. Shot clock keeps going. Bacon with the steal. Maisha outlets to Marasia. And she puts it home. Marasia Bacon feasting as she now has 16 double-figure games in 16 as NJCU by 4. They've come out like a house on fire and 20-13 outscoring Wesleyan in this third quarter. 3:52 to go, trying to get a win by rallying, by being down at halftime. Same result, we're down 30-27 at half. Came out like a house on fire, the 5-0 run. And now they lead by 4. Paul Tanaselli, your producer and director. So Marasia Bacon getting her 13th 20-point game this year. That leads the team. And her 13th career at NJCU, 57th for her career. As with 3:52 to go, big stat, 5 threes made in this third quarter by NJCU. They just had one made in that first half, as they're shooting 54% from three. Wesleyan has knocked down 4 threes. Rebounds are 36-27 in favor of the Cardinals. And of course, the bigger thing, Wesleyan in the foul trouble category, 3 players with 3 fouls. China Bailey, Tara Berger, their leader, coming in with 140 rebounds, and leader with 22 blocks coming in, and Ava Tompkins. So they have to be careful, as out of the timeout, Wesleyan trying to get within 2 with a 3, get it within 1. And they do. Petruzzi knocking down. So she has 6. As Wesleyan knocking down another 3-pointer. So now Marasia Bacon leading all scorers with 20. To Taylor Gaston. Zaira driving on Berger. She stripped her. Nice job by Tara. Kaylee Ryan starts a 3-on-2. To Gorman. Floats and cannot connect. Off a pair of hands. Now Teresa Ortiz. Tompkins trying to stop ball. Ortiz. Lay-in is good. NJCU by 3. Teresa Ortiz now with 10. 3 NJCU players in double figures. Ortiz led all scores with 17 last game. Gorman's 3 too strong. Ortiz corralling another board, her 6th. And she crosses the timeline, setting things up. Hands off to Marasia Bacon. Leading scorer at 25.4 points per game. Trying to get to 2,000 points. As Neal, 9 to shoot. Now NJCU has to go. Marasia pulls up for 3. That one an air ball, and Gorman with the board. Olivia fires down to Petruzzi on the baseline. Will set up. Nice job by Bacon all over her. Gorman lost control, and it will go over to NJCU. Largest lead for NJCU, 4. 15th turnover for Wesleyan, and that was an area they wanted to be better. So with 2:12 to go, Marasia Bacon will walk it up. Petruzzi to Meter, Berger, Ryan, Ava Tompkins, and Olivia Gorman in the 5 for Wesleyan. Balloon across the Biz Hub. One of 3 players in double figures. Has 10. Does she get 12? Too strong. As Berger corrals the defensive board. Now Tompkins puts on the accelerator. To Gorman with space. Kicks out. Ryan. 3 is good. 6th 3 made. Both teams with 6 apiece made. Ryan with 15 points, leading all scorers. As she's knocked down 2 threes, shooting 66.7% from deep. We're tied at 49. NJCU led by as much as 4. Maisha Bacon trying to find a cutter. She'll drive. Keeps her footing. Out to Ortiz for 3. Off the back iron. Fans thought there was contact. Ryan to Tompkins. Feeds. That one knocked away from Gorman, and it goes over to NJCU. With 1:05 to go, as Katie O'Connor and Emma Roush will check in. So Berger will come off, and Ryan will come off. Petruzzi, Gorman. Fill out the 5 for Wesleyan. Biz Hub, Marasia Bacon, Ortiz, Maisha Bacon, Maya Neal in the 5 for NJCU. Came in being outscored 256 to 244 in the third. Opened on a 5-0 run to get in front after being down 30-27 at half. 43 seconds to go in the third. Ortiz out to Neal. Maya trying to drive, lost control, and timeout quickly by Coach Devaney. So his team with 2 to shoot. 36 on the game clock. Third quarter, 49 seconds to go. Joined alongside Paul Tanaselli. I'm John Kelly Jr. as NJCU trying to get their 5th win at home and overall. And been a great third quarter, opened up with the first 5 points after being down 30-27. And able to get it going, as we'll see some replays in your screen, using the 3 ball to do it. Of course, that transition game so important. Bacon puts it home on that rebound. And that, of course, one of several turnovers turned into points here for NJCU in this third quarter, as they knocked down a pair of threes in this one. Just one had been knocked down overall. They have knocked down 5 here in the third quarter. And we are tied at 49. They'll have 2 to shoot. As Maisha Bacon to inbound. 2 to shoot, it's got to get off. Bacon to Neal, 1 to shoot, fires. Air ball, shot clock violation, so Wesleyan with 33.8 seconds to go can hold for the final shot. As here is Ava Tompkins. 3 points for her as she gets past midcourt, 25 to go. Game knotted up at 49. NJCU outscoring Wesleyan 22-19 in the third. As Gorman across for Tompkins, 14 seconds to go. Petruzzi driving, 9 to go. Kicks out. Gorman splits underneath. Petruzzi lays it home. Wesleyan in front by 2. 2-1. Bacon at the horn. Oh, just hit the right glass. And after 3 10-minute periods is just a 2-point Wesleyan lead as they battle back. They're trailing by as much as 4, and they lead by 2 after 3. So fourth quarter upcoming. John Kelly Jr. here alongside Paul Tanaselli. And we'll show you some highlights from the third quarter where NJCU really got off to a great start. First 5 points, getting in front for the first time by 2. And how about it? They make 5 threes in that third quarter to really jumpstart this one, as rebounds are now 39-29. Let's look at a couple of the threes. So right off the bat, Bacon kicks out. Here's Teresa Ortiz, such a good three-point shooter. Bang, right off the bat. Good way to get going, as that's one of 5 threes, that was knocked down in the third quarter. And, of course, here is Marasia Bacon out to BizHub, one of 3 players in double figures. Splash on that 3. And that really helped NJCU to get out to a strong start. Lost a little bit of momentum, but just down by 2 here in the final 10 minutes. And, of course, the fourth quarter, an area where NJCU been outscored 259-247. But they will have something else to say here as they look for their 5th win of the year. So the final quarter of play. Tompkins, Petruzzi, Roush, Gorman, and O'Connor in the 5. Short 3 by Petruzzi. Ortiz with the board. Pushing out on Roush and draws contact. The first of the fourth quarter on Wesleyan. So Ortiz now with 9 rebounds, 7 of those on defense. And Teresa Ortiz will have a chance to add to her double-figure night, 3 straight. Of course, had 17 against Rutgers Camden on the road. Went in double figures against Pratt. And now with this free throw can tie it up. And she does. So Tompkins brings it across the timeline. Watched by Neal. We're even at 51. Wesleyan trying to win 3 of 4. Get their 9th win of the year as Petruzzi gives them back the lead. Wesleyan led at half by 3, 30-27. Despite the fact that NJCU had just shot 20% in that second quarter. Of course, 11 for 12 at the free throw line as Bacon cannot connect. Knocked to Neal, can't get it, through the legs, Bacon, layup, off the mark. Maya Neal draws contact going up on Tompkins, and for Tompkins, that will be her 4th foul. So one of the top players leading with 40 assists and assists per game coming in at 3.1. She has 4 fouls, so Neal at the line. And cannot connect. NJCU shooting 94% before that miss. 17 of 19. So Kaylee Ryan, Tara Berger. Berger with 3 fouls. China Bailey has to be careful. Petruzzi and Gorman in the 5 for Wesleyan, as NJCU squandering an opportunity to tie with 2 free throws. As Bailey brings it across to Ryan, to Petruzzi, to Bailey. China on the baseline. Out to Ryan, 3 ball. That rims out. Berger with an easy board, draws contact. And Tara back to the charity stripe. As Berger gets her 7th rebound and a chance for her to get into double figures. It would be back-to-back for her. Had 22 in the season opener. That was a season high for her against Cabrini. 7 double-figure games, one of 3 team captains alongside Olivia Gorman. And China Bailey as she goes 1 for 1 at the line. Berger last year, 66 blocks, led the team. And the NESCAC second with 191 rebounds last year. Again, putting back-to-back 100 rebound seasons together. And putting together 100% at the line, as Berger now one of 4 players in double figures as she gets to 10 points. Her 8th double-figure game this year. Ortiz fouled going up, so Teresa back to the charity stripe. As she has 12 points, 10 from BizHub, 20 from Arasia Bacon, 9 from Aisha Bacon, and Ortiz at the free throw line. Perfect 4 for 4 this evening. And she connects, makes it 5 for 5. As Taylor Gaston will come in from Maya Neal, Maisha and Marasia Bacon. And Ortiz trying to go 2 for 2 at the free throw line in the 5, and she cannot connect. As NJCU is 1 for 3 in their last 2 attempts at the line. Bailey plants, lay-in, cannot go. And it'll be the 2nd NJCU foul. So 3rd foul to Marasia Bacon. So NJCU has another player with 2 fouls. That's Teresa Ortiz. Bacon now with 3 fouls. So she's in foul trouble as Bailey cannot connect on the first of 2 free throws. Averaged 5 rebounds per game last year. 332 currently in her career. She goes 1 for 2. Wesleyan by 4, led by 3 at half, 30-27. Trying to go to 9-6 overall, and 4-2 away from Connecticut. 8:08 to go. Bacon to Taylor Gaston. Zaira driving, laying, cannot go. And NJCU back to the line, shooting 81.8% going into this quarter. They were shooting 93.8, perfect 2 for 2 in the first and third quarter, 11 of 12 in the second. As Taylor Gaston cannot knock down. Just 3 of 7 at the line here in the fourth quarter. Free throws just so darn important. And the problem is that will go over to Wesleyan. Your chances to get within a possession, so important at the free throw line, and Taylor Gaston misses it. So now NJCU shooting 75%. Just 3 for 8 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Paul Tanaselli, your producer and director. I'm John Kelly Jr. As NJCU trying to get back to their winning ways. Go to 5-11 overall. 5-4 at home. Get their second win when trailing at halftime. They won against Stockton 68-67. Trailed by 3 at half, 32-29. This one they trailed by 3, 30-27 at half. Bacon's got to get going. Ortiz from deep. Off the back iron. Rebound by Ryan. NJCU has gone cold as Kaylee to Bailey to Gorman. That 3 off the back iron. Scramble for the board. Bacon with it. Erasia, 3-on-1. Fakes. Lay-in. Cannot go. And China Bailey picking up her 4th foul. And Erasia Bacon to the free throw line. 20 points for Bacon, so she picks up her 57th career 20-point game, 13th at NJCU, and needs to make some crucial free throws as she knocks down the first of 2. NJCU, we're shooting coming into this 15 of 16 from the line, and a tough shooting performance in the 4th. They go 2 for 2 there. Just 5 for 10 in this 4th quarter. 50%, shooting 76.9. They shoot 61 coming in. Wesleyan trying to extend the advantage. Petruzzi, easy lay-in as NJCU not sure of what they were doing defensively as Wesleyan back in front by 2 possessions. Erasia Bacon leads all scorers with 22. Now going to drive. Kicks out. Taylor Gaston. 3 is good! NJCU 6 of their 7 threes made, all in the second half. First one of the 4th, as they made 5 in the 3rd quarter. Bailey trying to find something to Ryan, to Petruzzi, response. No. Bailey gets the board. Her lay-in off the mark, knocked around. Berger fell down, and Gorman resettles. Now Olivia driving, got it knocked away. And it should stay with Wesleyan, 25 to shoot. China Bailey getting her 6th rebound. Gorman with 10 points. 4 of 14 shooting. Bailey to inbound. Underneath, and a foul. As a nice look by Bailey. Ryan fouling. Getting fouled going up. So free throws upcoming for Wesleyan. And that one the first on Neal, 4th to NJCU. And Ryan knocks down the first of 2. Another double-figure game for Kaylee. 15 points for her this evening. And now just 3 away from her season high, which was 19 against Swarthmore. 7 double-figure games, 3rd on the team, 4th one on the road for her this year. NJCU, can they respond? Yes. So they're within 1 as Bacon make that 24 for Erasia. One of 3 players in double figures. Petruzzi out to Gorman. Drives, floats, air ball. O'Connor gets it, didn't hit the rim. Bailey feeds. Ryan, her J off the mark. And Maisha Bacon can't get it. Fresh 30-second shot clock. 16th offensive board for Wesleyan. Gorman for 3, off the mark, gets it back. Floater, good. And that is what you have to do, is clean the glass. 49th rebound, 19th offensively. 49-33. As Wesleyan outdoing NJCU, back up by 3. Here's Ortiz. Off the back iron, kind of rushed that shot. Ryan pushing back. No one around Gorman. She lost control of it. And that was a golden opportunity for Wesleyan to go up by 5. We'll go back to NJCU as Ortiz will step off. Bizhub coming in. Christine has knocked down 2 threes. 10 points for her, 13 for Ortiz, who will sit down. Erasia Bacon with 24 and with it now. Tompkins going to check in on the next whistle for Wesleyan. Maisha Bacon to Bizhub. Gets that knocked away by Gorman. Bacon can touch it as they limp in the backcourt. 10 to shoot, but Erasia has to go. 7 to shoot. Bacon driving, pulls up, off the iron, knocked around, and Bailey with the board. has numbers coming back for Wesleyan. Out, Petruzzi. 3 is short. Neal with the rebound. Maya pushing up ahead. Out to Marasia Bacon. Got that stuffed by Bailey. She got a piece of that one as China now. 4-on-2, out to Gorman. 3-ball. Short. And the rebound by Bacon. Marasia Bacon now puts on the accelerator. Laying off the mark. And a charging violation called. So Bacon now with her 4th foul. One more, she's out. Has to be careful. As Tompkins, she has 4 fouls. She'll check in for Petruzzi, joining O'Connor, Gorman, Bailey, and Ryan in the 5. As Marasia Bacon off the court, so a chance for Wesleyan to really pull away here. Ryan, good from 3. So Kaylee Ryan with 20 points, a new season high, passing the 19 she had against Swarthmore. And 4 players in double figures as Kaylee Ryan now has Wesleyan up by 7. So lead back up to where it was. 8 was their largest ledger. And NJCU down here with 3:54 to go. Paul Tanaselli, your producer and director. I'm play-by-play man John Kelly Jr. As for Kaylee Ryan, 13 of her 20 points, season high, in this second half. And it's been a tough one here for NJCU. You just wonder, free throw line standpoint, they were 15 of 16 coming into this one. And just 5 for 10 from the free throw line. They could have led or potentially been tied. And now with Marasia Bacon with 4 fouls, you'll see her again. You're going to have to be extremely careful in what goes on. As Wesleyan, 27th season for head coach Kate Mullen, inches away from making it 3 of 4 wins. 9 straight winning seasons for head coach Mullen while she was at Wesleyan. And with her wins, 426, top 40 among active Division III coaches. Those wins too, 3rd in the NESCAC. And NJCU out of NJAC play. Trying to get their 5th win of the year. Some work to go. Bacon, Taylor, Gaston, Ortiz, Maya Neal, Biz Hub in the 5. Marasia Bacon, who leads all scorers, on the bench with 4 fouls, their leading scorer. Ortiz gets it back from Neal. 5 to shoot. NJCU has to go. Ortiz, 1 to shoot. Floater off the back iron. Rebound by Bailey. China outlets to Gorman. Kicks out to Ryan. Her 3 short. And a long rebound by Wesleyan. Fresh 30-second shot clock. Just what the Cardinals want. Out rebounding NJCU 53-35. Gorman off the back iron. Big rebound by Berger. Outlets. Ryan. Shot can't go. Bailey another board. 3 offensive boards on this exchange. And Wesleyan can milk more clock. Ryan trying to go down to Berger. Instead goes to Gorman. Berger turnaround. Good. As the top and second tier scorer connect on that scoring combo. The assist by Gorman. And Berger now with 14. So Tara with 8 double-figure games and back-to-back. Now Ortiz, lead back to 8, large as it has been. It was back in that first quarter, 19-11. 7 to go. On the shot clock, 5 to go. NJCU has to go. Maisha Bacon, good. Big 2, now NJCU needs a stop. China Bailey. Tompkins, Ryan, Gorman, Berger in the 5 for Wesleyan. Trying to go to 9-6 overall, get their 4th road win, 3rd win in their last 4. Fell to 2-time defending champ Amherst coming into this one as Gorman, air ball. Now Maisha Bacon has to go. Outlets for Ortiz, then lost control. What a steal by Ryan. Pushing ahead. Ryan out. Put underneath by Tompkins. Berger puts it down. Berger with 16 points. Now with 790 for her career. Bacon out to Ortiz. Fires a deep three. Short. Nice rebound by Taylor Gaston. 1:24 to go. 8-point Wesleyan lead, large as it has been. NJCU has to go. Wesleyan with 5 fouls. So NJCU draws contact. They'll be at the line. And head coach Devaney will call a quick timeout. So you really talk about NJCU had come into this in really good shape after 3 quarters of play, just down by 2, but struggling from the free throw line here in the 4th quarter, a time where you really need to be strong, as they were 15 of 16, and now just 5 of 10 from the free throw line. And in the paint right now, being outscored coming into this quarter 22 to 12. They're being outscored 28 to 14, and 19 second chance points for Wesleyan. 22 of their 56 total rebounds on the offensive side. As with 1:14 to go, now you're going to probably see Marasia Bacon come in for NJCU, as she's going to have to here. 4 fouls for her. And NJCU, you want to put Wesleyan at the free throw line. They just have 10 total attempts in this one. And be smart with the fouls, as Marasia Bacon, Montalvo, because she can knock down threes. Bizhub, who has 2 threes knocked down in this one. Marasia, Maisha Bacon, Montalvo. Taylor Gaston in the 5 for NJCU. Kaylee Ryan, Tara Berger, China Bailey, Ava Tompkins, and Olivia Gorman in the 5 for Wesleyan. NJCU has to go. 1:10 to go. Bacon to Maisha Bacon. Back to Marasia Bacon. 10 to shoot. NJCU has to go. Maisha Bacon, 6 to shoot. Drives, pulls up, off the mark. Big rebound by Bailey. NJCU has to foul. 55 seconds to go. Bailey to Berger. Taps to Ryan. Her shot goes down, and it will be a charge. So big here for NJCU. 21-second shot clock to game clock advantage. 51.1 seconds to go. Ortiz comes in for Montalvo. Marasia Bacon, Bizhub, Taylor Gaston, and Maisha Bacon in the 5. Cadet JCU down the stretch here, tie this one up. 50 seconds to go. Marasia Bacon across the timeline. To Taylor Gaston, NJCU has to go. Bizhub for 3. Air ball, China Bailey with the rebound, clock running, and Bizhub fouls Bailey. And now Wesleyan trying to salt this one away at the line. As NJCU had their chances and offensively could not come up with shots. Free throw line struggled. 5 of 10 after just missing 1 attempt. And 16 tries, 15 of 16. They go 5 of 10. Wesleyan with another 50 rebound performance. Their 5th of the season, and Bailey trying to put this one away. Their largest lead was 8, now it's 9. A tough second quarter. A tough 4th quarter, check that. Second half was great in that 3rd quarter. NJCU falling off here in the 4th. Now they got to go. Get a quick 3. Time is essential. 35 seconds to go. Marasia Bacon, she got to shoot. 31 seconds to go. Too much time being taken. Maisha Bacon cannot lay it home. Bailey the rebound, and that's huge for Wesleyan. Up by 10. Bizhub fouls Bailey, and China Bailey will get the shoot 2 free throws, and Wesleyan can walk out of here with a victory, as it will be their 3rd in their last 4 games, outscoring NJCU 20 to 12 in this 4th quarter. And Bailey cannot make the first of 2. 4 Wesleyan players in double figures. 20 from Kaylee Ryan, the freshman from New York, putting up a new season high, as Bailey could not get that to go. And a foul. That actually helps NJCU. So free throws upcoming, and precious seconds stay on the clock. So NJCU needs to go a perfect 2 for 2. Foul down the stretch. And Neal will check in. So Taylor Gaston at the free throw line, just 3 points. Trying to get to 4. And she does. So Neal in for Bacon. NJCU trailed by as much as 10. Again, you want to make this, then you got to quickly foul, save as much time as possible. Taylor Gaston, good, as Maisha Bacon coming in for her. So she gets the job done, 5 for Zaira, as NJCU got to get a quick foul. And Berger gets fouled by Maisha Bacon. So free throws coming up for Wesleyan, up by 8. Paul Tanaselli, your producer and director. I'm John Kelly Jr., play-by-play man, as NJCU is looking for win number 5. A Wesleyan team, winners of 2 of their last 3 and 19 seconds away from making it 3-1 in their last 4. They'll take on the Camels of Connecticut College this Saturday. That's their next matchup in the NESCAC. Then they'll have Amherst at home, number 5 team in the country who beat them, defending 2-time national champion. As a shout out to Allie Ross, my girlfriend, she's a Conn College alum, and of course the Mo White and AD I knew at Urchin Marine Academy, both from Conn College. And Wesleyan clearly could be a force in the NESCAC this year as Berger goes 1 for 2, 16 seconds to go. Bacon got to get it quick, pulls up. No, Maisha Bacon can't get the board, then a scramble, jump ball, 10 seconds to go. And NJCU got to get a quick bucket. Bacon, 9, pulls up. Knocks down, but too much time exhausted. 6.8 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go as Tompkins gets fouled. So she will go to the free throw line as Wesleyan 5.2 seconds away from picking up their 4th win on the road. Again, this is a team that improved from just 7 wins 2 years ago, earned a 5th seed in the NESCAC championships, fell in the semis to Middlebury, and trying to contend against Amherst, some of the top teams in the NESCAC, as Tompkins at the line. Misses the first of 2. Ava with just 3 points this evening. 5 rebounds, she misses. 4 seconds to go. NJCU, 2 seconds to go. Ortiz fires, and that not good. And a great 4th quarter by Wesleyan, as NJCU was oh so close coming into this 4th quarter. Just down at the end of 3 by a score of 51-49, but they get outscored 21-16 in the 4th quarter, and they fall here to Wesleyan 72-65. So they fall to now 4-12 on the year. They have dropped their last 2 games, so lost 3 of their last 4, and they fall here to Wesleyan by the final of 72-65. So Wesleyan moves to 9-6 overall, and they go to 4-2 on the road, and they've won 3 of their last 4. Conn College, their next matchup on Saturday, as they try to keep the momentum going and get to 2-3 in the NESCAC. So we give you your final stats, 72-65. Wesleyan gets it done this evening on the road, as NJCU had every chance, led in this game. Pretty amazing, despite shooting under 30% from the field. And NJCU was shooting 93.8% from the free throw line. But in your final statistics in the 4th quarter, struggled from the free throw line, just 7 for 18 in that 4th quarter, and they end up shooting on the evening just 78.6, still solid, but again, 7 for 18 from 3 overall. At the free throw line, they actually checked that. We have a stat 7 for 12, shot just 58.3%. And that, of course, a major difference in why you have the score the way it is. Wesleyan controls the rebounds by a plus 18 margin, 22 offensive rebounds, and those were key towards waning down the clock and getting several second chance points, as Wesleyan able to put up 19 second chance points. They dominate the paint 28-14 and take care of business here over NJCU for their 9th win of the year. NJCU falls to 4-12. And we'll go into NJAC play, trying to snap a losing skid. Want to give a special shout out to Wesleyan's SID staff. Special thanks to them for getting me ready for this one, and good luck to Wesleyan and head coach Kate Mullen in NESCAC play and during the rest of the season. Hopefully they could build on the 17-8 mark from last year. Special thanks to Ira Thor, our SID, always getting us ready. As final statistics here, Marasia Bacon, 26 points, so there's a good chance here that she will be now just sitting with it 6 points away from 2,000. So it should be a fun game on Wednesday against Kane as she inches closer and closer to 2,000. 7 rebounds, 10 from Teresa Ortiz. So she puts up her first career double-double. 13 points, 10 rebounds. She has 3 straight double-figure games. 11 for Maisha Bacon. So now she has 8 double-figure games, 3 straight for her. And 10 from Christine Bizhub. So Bizhub puts up another double-figure game, and 7 rebounds from Taylor Gaston, Maisha Bacon, and Marasia Bacon. Bacon, of course, Marasia, 10 of 10 at the line, perfect. And again, had 6 assists, led everybody in that area. Maisha Bacon with 3 assists. It was the fourth quarter, shooting-wise, 25%, but from the free throw line, 7 of 12. That really hurt, as NJCU could have gotten in front and potentially been in a good spot here to either beat Wesleyan or get it tied down the stretch, but they cannot get it done here this evening. So give a special thanks here to our SID, Ira Thor. For my producer and director, Paul Tanaselli, I'm John Kelly Jr. I'll see you Wednesday night, men's and women's basketball, as Kane comes in here in an NJAC doubleheader. That's our next call. Have a good evening. Wesleyan wins here tonight over NJCU 72-65.